Hello there. It is usually fun to hunt down those Star Wars action figures. In the middle of the 2000s, you could have a hunt for multi-pack sets of action figures. You know, sets of more than one figure. Welcome to Unboxing the Boxes, my Star Wars collection. This is episode 107, the Star Wars action figure sets of the early to mid 2000s. Hasbro was really sparking the imaginations of children with a lot of action figures coming out in the 2000s. Imagined scenarios could get even bigger when a child received a multi-pack of figures, like a multi-pack of 3 figures, or 4 figures, or 5 figures. In this box are 5 sets of those multi-packs from 2002 through 2005. I would imagine that any child who received one of these multi-packs would be running around the room and jumping for joy. And I bet that you are also going to wish you had these sets. Now, before I take them out of the box, I just want to remind you to leave a comment below and, of course, to subscribe to the channel. Maybe hit that notifications bell too so that you're notified when a new video is posted. Now, let me get these out of the box and we'll get started. Okay, let's begin. Now, like I said, these action packs, most of them contain 4 figures, but they also contained a couple extra little bonuses to make playtime a little more fun. The first one we have here is your basic baddie pack. And of course, why is that? Well, because it features Darth Vader, an AT-ST driver, a stormtrooper, and R4-I9. So you got 4 figures there, along with an Imperial interrogator droid and an Imperial tripod cannon with generator container and projectile. There's also a blaster rack in here too, because if you'll notice, let's take a little closer look at this thing. You've got the figures, you've got oodles and oodles of accessories. And you can see there's the projectile over to the right side there. We even got a little mouse droid on here so that you can have a little fun with that. Darth Vader, of course, comes with his lightsaber. But it is just a full play set. Just look at that thing. It is unbelievable what you got, what you received with this play set. I could see a lot of kids having a lot of fun with this play set. And if this would have came out when I was a kid, I don't think it'd be in the box. I think this would have got out and got tore open and got played with. So what do you think of that? Basically, based on, you could say Return of the, well, this is probably based on all the trilogies because, of course, you've got the AT-ST driver, which is from Return of the Jedi. You've got Darth Vader and Stormtrooper, which is basically through all 3 movies. The Imperial droid, the interrogator droid, well, that was from A New Hope. The tripod cannon, we first saw that on Hoth in Empire Strikes Back. So we kind of got all 3 movies taken care of with this one set. What do you think? How would you have liked to find this under your Christmas tree? Or wrapped up as a birthday present? Let's move that one off to the side. And we'll get to the next one. Now, everybody knows one of the best things of The Empire Strikes Back is when Darth Vader was talking to the bounty hunters. Bounty hunters have always been a big part of Star Wars. Hasbro knew this, so of course they're going to have to make figures for the bounty hunters. You know they're going to sell. So, what bounty hunters made the cut here? Well, as you can see, we've got a set here of not only 4 bounty hunters, but it also came with a swoop bike. That is pretty sweet, wouldn't you say? Now, 3 of these bounty hunters are from Empire Strikes Back, but one is from the prequel movie, The Phantom Menace. Who would that be? Well, let's go through these quick. Of course, we got to have Boba Fett. If you're going to have a set of bounty hunters, you've got to have Boba Fett. And then, of course, we've got Bosk and IG-88. Each comes with their own blasters and possibly a pistol. But then we also have Aurra Sing. And we know she just appeared just for a moment in the Phantom Menace first prequel movie. But the best part of this one, not only do you get the 4 characters, you also get the swoop bike. Now that is pretty sweet. This is not your speeder bike that you usually see the stormtroopers riding. This is one the regular civilians, I guess you could say, ride around. Very nifty. Also, I've noticed too, with these packs, not only do you get the figures, the accessories, and maybe something sweet like a swoop bike, but down here in the corner, and that varies depending on which pack you get, there are also stands included so that the figures can stand up instead of just trying to set them on their feet and watching them fall over. Kind of a nice little feature they put in with these back then. By the way, this first pack was 2002. This one happens to be 2003. So, kind of getting a little better there with the little accessories, wouldn't you think? Let's find out what the third pack is, shall we? You're going to love this. We had the bad guys. We had, you could say, the bad kind of gray guys. And of course now we've got to have the good guys. And this one is from The Empire Strikes Back, as you can see. Not only do we have Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Chewbacca, but we also have a Tauntaun. And if we look closely at these figures, we have those 4 characters with, of course, pistols and lightsabers and rifles and everything else. We also have the Tauntaun, and if you look to the side there, it looks like we have the insides of the Tauntaun so that you can pull them out and maybe push Luke into it. I can't quite tell. I think the Tauntaun's belly is actually split so that it can be opened, so that you can actually put the guts inside the Tauntaun, take Luke or take Han from one of the other sets, slash them open and take the insides out and put Luke in. Now Luke looks a little bigger than what this Tauntaun's going to fit, but you got your imagination, use it. You'll also notice this comes with one droid, and that is R3A2. And it's got a little bit of description on the back here. It says, developed for service aboard capital warships and battle station, these droids look much like R2 units, except for their clear plastics domes that show off their computer processors. What do you think of that set? This is another one. If I would have received this as a kid, this would have been open because there is just too much playability, especially with that Tauntaun. Hasbro was doing a really good job. By the way, this one is also from 2003. And unfortunately, I don't have stickers on these things as to how much they were. If you notice on the bottom here, though, they do come with the little UPC cutaway label there that you could turn in for Hasbro points. This one happens to be 20 points. This one is also 20 points. And the first one was 20 points. So all 3 of these were worth 20 points. Let's move on to the next one. This next one now, we're going to notice the packaging has changed. Where here we had a very big bubble on the front and even went to the top with cardboard on the sides and the bottom, and the back, of course. Now we are moving to a different kind. We're more boxed with this. But as you can see, still a nice big bubble. You still get to see the action figures. Hasbro, you can see the action figures. What do you think a kid's going to do when he sees this on the aisle? He's going to want it. You just show him that, he'll glance over that and probably move on to something else. So the next one here, this is also 2003, and we have the Jedi Warriors pack. Included with this pack, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, Sassy Tin, Plo Koon, and Nikto Jedi. So we have 4 of the Jedi Warriors. Now here we've got a couple extra special things to add in. And the first, as you can see in the middle here, That is the containment field. If you remember, Obi-Wan Kenobi got caught in the containment field by Count Dooku. Now, the way this looks, I don't know if you're going to actually be able to put an action figure in the middle of it, and I'm not about to open it up and try to find out. But there are 3 little holes in there, so you got the little power, whatever you want to call it, power field would stick in there to make your containment field. There is also an assassin droid right here, and if we look at Obi-Wan's hands very closely, you can see that, I don't know if there is a magnet there or what, that it can actually attach to the side of the assassin droid, and you can move them around and pretend that you are living out that particular scene from Attack of the Clones, the second prequel movie. So not too bad a set there. Pretty cool. I like these other ones better than this one, but hey, you got 4 Jedis in one shot right here. Pretty sweet. The last one I've got to show you, the 5th one of the pack, boop boop, is really probably going to make a few of you maybe make your mouths water a little bit. I shouldn't say that because actually I've got 2 more packs. We've only had, I've got 6 packs instead of 5. Made a mistake at the beginning of the video. The next one here is the Skirmish at Carkoon. Yep. If you had one of those little sail barges, this was the set that you wanted, because you have 3 of Jabba's goons and Han Solo as part of this. You also get a sail barge cannon. Now there, you could start reliving a few different scenes yourself with those couple of items. So which one of the goons do we have? Well, we have Klaatu, Nikto, the skiff guard, and we have Barada. They each come with their own weapons and so forth. We got a couple poles there. The cannon does actually shoot missiles. So we have a couple missiles here that cannon can actually shoot. And once again, we do have stands at the bottom so that these figures will stand up nicely for you. So there you go. You got the sail barge, you want this one. Or if you've got the later sail barge that just came out maybe in the last few years, you'd probably love to have this one so that you could fill that out a little bit. And once again, I don't have any pricing on it. However, still worth 20 points. And this one is from 2004. The very last one I have here is from the last of the prequel movies, Return of the Jedi. And you're going to like this. I think you're really going to like this because this is one of my favorite ones out of the whole batch. I do like this one. So this one and this one are probably tie for my favorites. Here we have it, the Endor ambush. So we got a couple Ewoks, we got Han Solo, we have a Rebel Trooper, and we have a Biker Scout complete with his speeder bike. Yes! Imagine the fun you could have with this. I have a feeling any kids who received this for their birthday or Christmas, this was not in the box for more than 2 or 3 minutes before it got tore open so they could play with it. So let's take a little closer look, see what's in there. We have Han Solo in his Endor camouflage cloak. We have a Rebel Trooper, also camouflaged. We have 2 Ewoks. Of course, we got to have Wicket. Got to have Wicket if you're going to be in here. But we also have Logray. And then, of course, we have the Biker Scout on his speeder bike. This is going to be a fantastic set for kids to play with. What do you think? Which one of these 6 sets was your favorite? Was it this one? The Jedi Knights? Or maybe the Skirmish on Cancun? How about the Endor ambush? Or do you prefer the earlier ones where we had the Empire Strikes Back set? Or the Bounty Hunter set? Or Darth Vader and his minions? I think they're all cool. They are all fantastic. I wish Hasbro still came out with this type of thing. It's so rare now we ever see anything like this anymore. Hasbro, get your act together. You can make a lot of money here, I think. Well, that takes care of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button. leave a comment. Let me know what your favorites were. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications bell so that you're notified when things are happening here. Until next time, may the Force be with you, and keep collecting!